So much has happened and a lot has been said and heard about the case of Miss Christine Dacera for the past few days. Hello, besties! I'm RBT, a Pinay Christian lawyer, and today I'm doing hopefully a quick reaction video on the said case. Also, one subscriber requested this, so shout out to Miss Danica Flores, if I'm not mistaken, who commented under my productivity video for me to make this reaction video. It's actually been a while since I last made one, so I kind of enjoyed thinking about my reaction, and this time, not as a law student, but as a lawyer. Sa mga hindi pa nakakaalam, si Miss Christine Dacera ay isang achiever, a cum laude graduate from the University of the Philippines, Mindanao. She is also a flight attendant for Philippine Airlines, and she's very young. She was 23 when she was founded at a hotel in Makati City. When the news first got out, I think most of the netizens who weren't yet aware of all the circumstances which surrounded the case reacted na no to victim blaming, because a lot of people commented on the said news na she shouldn't have been out with a group of boys, she shouldn't have gotten intoxicated and all of that, and bakit kasi naglasing, bakit kasi sumama sa mga maraming lalaki na alam niya that's a possibility that may happen or it might tempt danger. Personally, I believe that victim blaming is wrong. The woman is not responsible for the action of the man, especially when that man took advantage of that woman in her state of undress or whatever state of intoxication she is in. But it is also a warning, I guess, for the women out there nowadays na we don't really know the motives. We don't really know how safe we are or how protected we are with the person. So it's also very important for us, of course, to take precaution and not just go in blindly or go in with a sheer bravado na you're not knowing what you're getting into. Rape is one of those crimes which is quite difficult to prove, but once proven, it is also quite difficult to disprove. Kahit kasi base sa ating mga existing jurisprudence or mga cases on the matter, since you only have two parties here, yung inaakusa at yung biktima. So unless merong positive identification or may third-party witness, you have his word against hers. However, the sad thing in this case is she was found dead. She was not even able to give her testimony. To be fair naman sa ating mga kapulisan, ang bilis ng pagresponde nila. Even PNP Chief Debold Sinas got into the scene at sinabi niya na kaagad after just a couple of hours, I think, or a couple of days na it was already a case closed and it was like proven and the evidence pointed na it was a case of rape with homicide. And he even ordered a manhunt within 72 hours without a warrant of arrest, which is not supposed to be, kasi when we say warrantless arrest, it has to be when the crime has just been committed or may immediacy between the commission of the crime and hunting after that person. So since sufficient lapse of time has already happened, and they had enough time to procure a search warrant, so definitely they should have done that before saying na a manhunt would be warranted. However, from kulungin sila to all of the 10 or 11 suspects, 3 testimonies also came out recently, which kind of shifted the tide of the public's perception. First, the statement from the medical that she died of aneurysm. So a lot of netizens speculated that she wasn't raped, but rather it was a natural cause of death, maybe because of intoxication, maybe because of an existing disease, or maybe because of she may have ingested drugs. The second testimony, which kind of shifted the public's perception, is the testimony of Mr. De Guzman, who is the son of Claire de la Fuente, when he said na they were all gays in that room, and he even tried to revive the victim. Third, the testimony of a close friend of Christine. He or she came out and said na when she called Christine up, being concerned of her whereabouts, she said na don't worry about me, mas babae pa nga sila sa akin, referring to her companions in the said party. May iba-iba ring speculation na nagsasabi na she was with a foreigner before, the day before, which explained for her bruises in her feet in her body. As a lawyer, sorry, hindi na law student. Of course, I am aware that there are two sides to the story, or there are two stories that both sides would like to present. And the job of the lawyer, of course, is to advocate their client's cause, and their primordial duty would be to see that justice is administered. So on one side, yung family niya na ini-insist na there was a rape with homicide, and on the other hand, there are these accused who say that they are gays and it could not have been possible for them to be even remotely attracted to Christine. And there was even a video of one guy who said na, look at the full video. If you see it, it was her who initiated the kiss, and he is actually gay and not in any way interested in Christine. In this case, even with the CCTV footage, for me, even with the evidence that there was a drug found in her drink, so far it has been mostly circumstantial. So, paano ko ba i-explain yung circumstantial? I'm not saying I'm an expert on this, but the way I understand it is evidence that will not directly implicate the guilty party, but if used with other pieces of evidence, can be built up in such a way na if they corroborate and if they if they can be used together, they can possibly lead to one's conviction. Kaya din siguro the prosecutor was not convinced that there was a case to be filed because of insufficient evidence against the accused, and so they were set free during the inquest proceedings. Well, the next step, of course, for the family of Christine and their lawyers is to gather sufficient evidence para makapag-build up talaga sila ng kaso and raise it again with the prosecutor or directly with the court. For me, what you can see here is that there is definitely a room for improvement in our country when it comes to the resolution of crimes. First is the need for a more objective ascertainment of the truth using the latest technology and forensic science. And of course, respect for the findings of such scientists or of such experts. Na hindi ibabaliwala yung sinasabi nila just so you can insert your or frame their findings according to what you want to prove based on what you think or based on your opinion. The second is the need for prudence and impartiality for those who are investigating the case. This is very, very important for them to just lay aside their preconceived notions or their opinions and just look into the case objectively based on the facts, based on the evidence on hand, so that, syempre, as much as possible, we do not want those who are not guilty to suffer the consequences of a guilty person, because that is not justice. And the third is the need for caution before opinions will be formed by the public. Kasi from what I see here, we are not in the shoes of the family. They are grieving right now the loss of their child. So easy to judge them. So easy to judge the actions of Christine. But please be sensitive and please be careful with what we post out there or what we say about the case. Wala rin tayo sa crime scene. Hindi rin tayo nag-iimbestiga. Hindi rin tayo yung family ng mga akusado na right now probably would also be suffering in some way for those who have prejudged the case. The bits and pieces that we hear from the news or we read from somewhere is actually not enough for us to form a conclusive judgment against anyone. So, let us learn to educate each other rather than to bash people, lalo na sa social media. Anyway, ang dami nang nasabi sa issue na to, and the only thing that we netizens can do right now is to just wait. Wait for it to reach the court and see if indeed they are guilty beyond reasonable doubt, and see if they are really guilty beyond reasonable doubt, or what really is the cause of her death, or if there's really a felony involved, or was it death through natural causes. Marami pang statement na pwedeng lumabas, marami pang evidence na pwede pang lumitaw at any moment from now. But one thing we all should have in common is that desire to see justice served, to see the truth come out. So we shall have to wait and see. And I believe even in this case, yung mga sinabi ko doon sa my reaction video to Giving Up Tomorrow, story of Paco and the Chong sisters, link below, still applicable siya yung ending na sinabi ko doon. So anyway guys, that's it for my short reaction video. I hope you enjoy it. If you do, let's have a respectful and intelligent discourse in the comment section below. Share your thoughts there as well. And if you have any suggestions kung anong gusto nyong gawan ko pa ng reaction video, please also comment below. I'll try my very, very best. Though it's quite difficult to squeeze in this right now. I really wanted to give a reaction video on this case. So that's it for today. I hope that you stay happy, stay positive, stay blessed. Bye, Beshies!